president that we brought the golden hog. Keep going. So one of the things that caught my attention was that Jorge said to me that he was very concerned that this system would create a lot of smoke. So I said, okay, we gotta, bring
That
that.
was the old system, but
Yeah,
the new
so
system.
I understand that. So one of the delays was that he had to go out and see it actually
Silver spots.
working to determine that it wasn't gonna be a problem, because we didn't wanna spend $42,000 and then have a huge smoke problem and we had to shut it down with big money. So I'm absolutely not opposed to this. I think the comments that.
And that took a year?
Excuse me?
And that took
A month.
a year?
No,
A
a month.
month.
I just became president at the end of January.
So-
So that happened in February and.
He reported it out last month.
And he reported last month, and so I don't think you were at the meeting.
Just wait, though, let's not just, we need to make a statement.
So,
What are we gonna do?
Joe, do you think that we can get, in a timely basis, we can get 3 bids on getting this over
Renee?
by the summer? Renee?
Yeah, I think we can, I mean, I don't think it's a.
Okay, let's get it, and then we'll talk to George on all the comments that we made tonight, and, and we'll work with him.
And by the way, I agree with Francis that the person running the business, we should let him run the business. We shouldn't squeeze him to death. He's making money, but every operation like this, everywhere else in the state is subsidized. We're very fortunate that we don't have to subsidize the grocery store, and we don't have to
Yeah, give him
subsidize the
5
same.
years.
This is huge. And the Ocean Club. The Ocean Club is like
We're spending 10 million.
350,000 a year subsidized.
Oceana.
It's only me,
Yeah, so, okay.
Let's move on.
So, I'm sorry, so are we voting to approve this, or are we voting?
Well, what's the
All right, so
motion?
the only thing we can do at this point is vote to approve the recommendation of the equipment, subject to competitive bids.
Did you make that motion, or are you asking for the motion?
On the negotiation,
Tony,
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Seconded, any further discussion? No, okay.
On the negotiation, correct?
Yes,
Subject to bidding and negotiating the price down.
Yeah, a bidding and the discussions we've talked about.
So this is a not to exceed number, basically, that we're approving.
Yeah, not to exceed and based, that we have competitive bids to make sure that this is the right price. Okay, so, wait, it's been moved and seconded, any further discussion?
No.
Let's make sure though, because I'm surprised, we had approved the original quote, and then we went ahead and allowed a revised quote. I don't think we ever should have a selected vendor to be allowed to revise his quote without having new bids.
But the equipment was changing, am I wrong?
Correct, but at that point, you have to start getting new bids again.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
We're gonna get,
So I'm saying, we should have done this, that information we didn't
Yeah,
have.
well, yes, we could have done this previously, right, okay.
Within the past 30 days. they
Tom,
did.
I'm just gonna say aye. Okay, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Any, abstentions? Okay, next point on the agenda is the uniform visitor access rule discussion. Joe?
Yes.
Joe?
Just to refresh everyone's memory, back in the fall of 2018, the board asked me to take on a project of looking at the front gate, because of all the delays that were happening, the traffic being backed up. So, I had worked with Eric, I probably spent about 35 hours on it, meeting with resident security, and also, we met with the building managers to get their input, because they're the ones at the front line, with the residents. And one of the reasons why I brought it up, well, Eric we met with the building managers, we met with them twice, and then I know Eric met with them, and we were trying to come up with a uniform access rule that would apply to all the buildings, for guests, for vendors. Also, there was a lot of the issues that the building managers identified was with the key app. Sometimes it wasn't working, people said that they put it in and everything, so also that was gonna be one of the tasks that we're gonna look on, is enhancing the app so that people can register their guests. One of the things we found out is that a lot of people don't even know the app exists, so we sent them massive blasts of emails to, download the app and everything. And I guess what happened was with the elections and everything, it's kind of at a standstill right now. And the reason why I brought it up tonight, because a lot of good points came out from Eric's meeting with the managers, and I think they all compromised, like Like, for example, like Ty Mark said, okay, Tony Rodriguez from Botanica said this is what he needs, like the other three building managers went along with it. I mean, they try to make it uniform, because if we don't have a uniform access rule for visitors and guests and vendors, one of my projects for the long-term planning projects committee is the front entrance. And I truly believe that if we had this uniform visitor access rule, which needs to be approved by each building's board of directors, it's gonna control one of my projects, which is the long-term, you know, the front entrance and also having a possible exit or entrance on Sinesta Drive. But we need to have this rule implemented so that we can see what truly is the problem out there, because in my 35 hours, I'm talking about, Eric can attest to, I sat out there at different times of the day watching the traffic. Like, I could see no traffic there, and one taxi driver who comes in and they're trying to locate the person that the taxi driver's there for, probably in the lobby somewhere, not in his house, they don't have a cell phone. In a matter of 7 minutes, I saw over 20 cars back up because they were waiting for. So I think I'd like to revisit this and like the board's approval to revisit this with Eric and the building managers. At this time, I want to be responsible. I want to get into, because I had left it off, but I think one of the board members needs to be on it, and I want to wrap it up. And I just would like your approval to reinstitute it.
I would like to move that the uniform visitor access rule issue be referred to the long range planning committee, because it is a project to get this done, and I think that should be priority on the agenda. By the way, I was absolutely thrilled when I heard Joe mention this issue, that we could save ourselves a lot of money eventually when we improve our front entrance, that we were looking to have to deepen, because the traffic consultant said we would have to deepen the entrance in order to deal with the amount of traffic. But if we can do it through technology and move
Exactly.
move faster, we could avoid that expense.
Essentially, I like to.
So this is very important.
I differ from you. This is not the long-term planning committee. The long-term, this is an operational issue with the building managers and the HOA manager.
But we can handle that.
No, I'm going to handle it as, not as part of the
Not as
long-term
part of
project
it. Okay.
committee.
Okay,
Matt had his hand up.
any discussion on the proposal? Yes.
Yeah, we took this up at Botanica, and I think the board was generally supportive. A little bit of concerns around the logistics and the rollout and the, needs to be accommodated to owners, for an extended period of time before we did any kind of, hard switch over. It's been said here a couple times, but I think it bears repeating that, utilization of the app is really the key. And if we can make a commitment, and I think it needs to, this is one of the things I think we need to get the cooperation of the building managers on. Is if the building managers could take it upon themselves to help to drive adoption of the app within their owners, and not just owners, but residents and occupants. I mean, basically everybody who lives or spends time in Key Colony should have the app. Then it's much easier than calling to just type in the name of a person, set the time frame, whether you want them to be a permanent guest or a guest only for a certain day, and then that takes a lot of time that the staff is answering phones and writing down notes and keying and rekeying information, lets them focus on the gate. We also we have a design problem. We got notified of this the other day by our manager that apparently we had a repo man who showed up in a tow truck, and after being told that he couldn't enter the property, needed to make a U-turn to exit, he decided to make a run for it, and apparently got to a vehicle that needed a repo, and was quote unquote successful in stealing that. Well, not stealing, because I guess
Repossessing.
it isn't alone that I have met, but if he'd have been up to something else aside from repoing property, we're not set up to handle that very well. So that'd be part of it. I'm sure that part of the redesign of the front gate would be to try to figure out how we are better set up to reject people without, because you can't back up.
The building managers decided, the rule was initially, the theme was no one gets into the property unless you're authorized, but the building managers, and that's what I meant, they're the building managers and with Eric, they're the ones on the front line. They said, no, you can't ask somebody to turn around. There has to be a courtesy phone call, like for 1 minute, whatever. So they came up with a lot of compromise ideas, which would work. But to get this, let's say that we get it to the point, my goal is to have it hopefully by the end of June. We just can't implement it right away. There has to be massive training at each building on how to use the app. We need to make sure that all the unit owners, and that needs to be the responsibility of the building manager, you know. And I think HOA needs to provide all the support, like training, you know, like we did when we initially had the, you know, about 3-4 years ago for the new entrance system, you know. So it's not like we're gonna, unless the board approves it in each building, it's not like it's gonna be, there has to be at least a 60-day implementation and training period.
So,
So that was it, so.
any other comments on this? If not, I'll make a motion to approve the recommendation that Joe head up that task with uniform visitor access rule and come back with a recommendation. Second.
Yeah, I don't know that we need to.
Yeah, any further discussions, been moved and seconded?
Two observations.
So wait, first,
Yeah.
if there's any discussion on the board, okay, yes, go ahead.
Two observations. One is the application itself is not intuitive, needs to be looked at. And number two, I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, so I will suggest, you know, let's do a test, a pilot test. And if it works and it improves, excellent. Then we can go with full force of training and the rest of what you were
There are
saying.
2 ways.
Because I'm not sure the 90, I don't know, the 90 minutes or whatever, the, you know, the information.
That's a scan, that's an
That is a
automatic
scan.
scan of the
Yeah,
app.
whatever, you know, I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. Let's do a pilot, make sure it's successful, and if it is,
That's what we
let's
said, but
full
there's gonna be an
force.
implementation period.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be 2 ways for a person to register their guests. A lot of people we have here, they're not into technology. You can still call the front desk. And the beauty of the system, we did make some enhancements in it. The building manager will know, if, once this is implemented, they will know every unit in their building. Whether it's a Saturday or a Sunday, they will be notified, whoever comes on the front desk. Apartment 102 is having 3 people, which you don't need an approval from the building for that to have 3 guests over, or somebody's having 16 people. So that's gonna be the beauty of it. It's gonna give the managers total control of what's happening in their building 24/7.
But here's the point, you know, whenever, you know, I'm coming into the gate, or whatever, they never check pictures, so how do they know this Mauricio Garcia coming in through the building? Whenever I register my guests, they never check IDs, they never call me and say, you know, your guest, Mauricio, you know, John Smith is coming through your building, they never call me too. So yes, I can do my job of using the app, register my guests, but if they don't do the job of making sure that, you know, that person is coming through, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's
I'm not sure if this is good or bad, I'm not throwing, you know, I'm just saying, make sure you do a pilot, test it out before you really roll it out and make sure
We
it's
also
successful.
said at least a 60-day implementation period.
Okay.
Training.
Yeah,
That's
Mr.
what I
Garcia,
think I
are
would
you
comment on that.
are you familiar with our app?
Yes,
Are you using it?
yes.
Okay. If you have, please, anytime, if you have an incident where you've placed someone on your list as pre-screened and it's not happening, please let us know.
Yeah.
Because we make it a very strict point that our guards need to call. If they're not pre-registered, and we've made, Mr. Wood has
Yeah.
mentioned modifications, we make modifications
I have the
where,
application here on my phone.
no, but if you ever have an incident where you're not called, please let us know, so that we
Okay.
can address it timely.
It's on and off, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
And you enter the guest yourself.
That's important to report to,
Okay,
okay.
you enter the guest yourself. You enter the guest yourself into the app?
Just one sentence. I've been using the app since the beginning. If you know how to use the app, it works, it's efficient, your guests get in and out. Let's get to it. We paid for it, we're using it, let's move on with it. Not all this nonsense, it works, it's fine. Let's use it and make sure everybody uses it.
Okay, so,
Period, end of sentence.
thank you. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor of Joe moving forward with
Aye.
with this, right, you say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions,
Thank you, Joe.